Alright, hopefully I'm live. Looks like I am. Double check to make sure I'm audible. Ooh, I am. Let's go. Let's like to double check. I am going to sit back. This creaky chair. Holy moly. There we go. And I'm going to continue. Hey, JV. Bonsoir. Thanks for coming to hang out. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I've been a bit off the ball lately, but I did want to make sure I got one of these streams in this week. Alright. So this is where I was. Hanging out on the toilet. I'm a little punched up. Yeah. I got into a fight with that guy, and I still have, like, blood and stuff on my eyeballs, apparently. That's the war cry. Biffy do. Alright. So, yeah, I guess we were going to go see... We're off to see somebody. You're dealing with your daughter? You'll be lurking for a bit? Hope you're getting better? Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Awakening. There we go. I have to go to Perkstein Castle to see Sir Radzik and tell him what happened. So that's that red one. So let's go find that. Up here, maybe? Hello? Am I allowed in? Close the door. Ooh, cutscene.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Pirkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Pirkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzik, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
Oh my.
Well, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzik, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need
The
for order
hand
in the land,
motions.
but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order.
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at
Whoops.
Townburg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there?
But the others listen to their lord.
Oh, you're getting in
And it
trouble
wasn't
now.
just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzik.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Yeah, oopsie.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Ratai. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite
Oh
a feast
my.
for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose.
That
Lads,
guy's the peanut gallery.
I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
No fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well. Believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything? Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
Got
He
him.
isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear, you're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
All right.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
All right. Got a trophy. Ooh. Tourney. Ratai tournament. Sir Hanush of Lipa has instituted a regular tournament on the courtyard of Ratai Upper Castle. The all-day tourney gives commoners a chance of winning not only a fat purse, but also glory and recognition in the region. You'll be reminded of the upcoming tourney by a waypoint on the map, an entry in your journal, and the chat of the local innkeepers. If you want to enter, all you need to do is pay a small fee to the herald, who's in charge of the whole event. You don't even have to have your own weapons or armor. The competition is intended to test the skill of the participants, so everyone gets the same equipment at the start. Alright, procedure and rules. The tournament is a knockout competition. The number of rounds depends on the number of competitors. Usually it's enough to win 3 rounds in a row to emerge victorious. To win a round, you must beat your opponent in 2 duels, with each of you choosing the weapons in 1 duel. If the result is a draw, a 3rd duel will be fought to decide the winner, this time with Sir Hanush choosing the weapons. The chosen weapons will not be repeated in a single round. While the tourney is not intended for nobles, chivalrous behavior is still expected and the rules must be obeyed. The most important one is that a combatant must not attack an opponent who has already lost. Therefore, if you want to yield, you must let your adversary and the herald know immediately. Secondly, leaving the arena means forfeiting the duel. Ooh, what's this? General. Nobility. The nobility, aristocracy, was the highest level of feudal society beneath the monarch, with the power and legal privileges commensurate with their landed title or family crest. They were directly answerable to the king, and the lands in their possession were not only leasehold, for which they had to pay the king dues and were obligated to provide military assistance in the event of war. Noble status was hereditary, as were the associated land rights and responsibilities. The land came with its inhabitants, who had to pay their liege lord rent and labor on his farmlands. The oldest Czech families include the lords of Bujitz, for example, the Jaritz Herr family of Hausenberg, of Benešov from Dauba and Krawarn, of Renault from Lipa and Dauba, and the Rosenbergs. In the 14th century, the Czech title Pan Lord was reserved for the wealthy members of the higher nobility, who had the right to elect the king and sit in the territorial diet, or Landtag, but later spread to the lower nobility, church dignitaries, members of town councils, and eventually common burghers, becoming the equivalent of Mr. in English as it is today. A nobleman didn't have to be an educated person. Often it was quite enough that he had a military upbringing. He had his subjects and servants to take care of administration and physical work. His main duties were the collection of taxes, managing the militia, and all hereditary functions. A seigneur or lord of the manor, in Czech zeman, was a provincial nobleman of local origin, long established in a given territory. A baronet, Vladica, administered numerous estates. Yeomen, who formed the lower nobility, had no property of their own and served the higher nobility. Nobility unquestionably influenced the medieval art, since they were often the sponsors of artistic works. This applied not only to architecture, painting, and sculptures, but also to fashion accessories, hairstyles, and furniture. Interesting. And there's another, feudalism. Feudalism is a political system based on land ownership, which originated in the early Middle Ages and followed on from the decline of the Roman Empire. Its foundation was the fiefdom, feudum, a certain territory, land, that the owner lent out to others. The ruler, either secular or religious, was the natural feudal senior, suzerain, sovereign liege, and those allocated his fiefdoms were his fiefs or vassals. The handover itself came with pomp and ceremony, during which the vassal promised allegiance and military aid or other services to his feudal lord. The contract could be rescinded only by the death of one of the parties, or in the case of a material infringement. Not only could the liege have several vassals, but a vassal could have several liege lords. In the event of a war, one had to choose side by one's contractual tenure. Contractual tenure. Wow. Feudalism also determined the relations of the poorest class, the serfs, who worked on the leased land, paid dues out of what they made from it, and provided for their master, his soldiers and officials, or for a monastery. It was called a quit rent, a source of wealth mainly for the nobility. Portions of the land were subleased, so the king's vassal in turn became the liege lord of his own vassals. That's really complicated, holy. Sir Hanush. I think I read this one already. Yeah. And I just read feudalism. Train hard, fight easy. I need to go somewhere and sleep. Maybe I can just go sleep under the bridge.
Only bandits creep around in the dark without light. There's your corpse.
But I'm standing right by a light. Right? Hey. Guy's sleeping.
Well, I never. Who are you?
Hey, you. It's forbidden to walk at night here without a light.
Oh. Let's just wait then. He did say walk.
Enough is enough. I'm really sick of upstarts who think the law doesn't apply to them. Don't tell me you don't know everyone has to carry a light at night.
I didn't know.
You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
I have been given a secret task.
Just my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between King Wenceslas and King Sigismund. High politics, you know? Not a peep to anyone.
Do you think I'm so stupid as to fall for such a fairy tale? Not
Aw.
a chance.
I don't have enough money.
That's too much. I don't have that much coin.
You still have to pay the penalty. Looks like you'll have to sit it out in jail.
Is there a light in there? All right.
Put me in jail then.
I hope
Just
there's a
the
bed.
accommodation for you. Get moving.
Let's go to jail. A whole day. Just because I didn't have a torch. Do I have a torch? How do I put it on? Crime. Oh my. All your actions have an impact on the way the people around you react to you. You can see the status of your reputation in the player tab and the reputation subtab. The better your reputation, the more friendly and helpful behavior you can expect from others. People will talk to you more willingly, be easier to persuade or bribe, and will offer you better prices and trades. Your reputation will be monitored in individual locations, and you will see how it stands with the various factions of people you meet in each location by clicking on them. Every NPC belongs to at least one faction, sometimes to several at once, and you can be sure he or she will spread the word in the community about your good or bad behavior. Apart from your reputation in various parts of the world, your relations with a particular individuals is also important. If you do or say something to please or offend a particular person, they will treat you differently than that the others in their factions. Your reputation falls not only when you commit crimes or other unchristian deeds, but also when you intimidate people, refuse requests, or lie to them, if you get caught out, of course. You can restore your good name by helping the person in question or someone close to them, by paying generously or selling cheap in trades. If all else fails, time heals all wounds and people will eventually forget their grievances. All infringements of a law are punished, and the severity of the punishment fits the crime. Theft will land you a fine and confiscation of the loot, while a killing will incur a much severer penalty. The nature of the penalty is shown by the icon next to the compass at the top of the screen. If someone sees you committing a crime but you don't get caught, you're still not in the clear. Witnesses will remember you, and if you return to the scene of the crime, there's a strong chance the guards will still be on the lookout for you and will continue to pursue you. This is indicated by the punishment icon reappearing next to the compass on your return. When the catch poles catch you, unless they want to kill you outright, they will confiscate all your loot and impose a penalty for all your known infringements of the law. Once you accept your punishment, all your known felonies in the location will be deleted. If you find the punishment too harsh, you can try talking your way out of it, and if that doesn't work, you can always resist arrest or take to your heels. Although once you take that course of action, the guards will take a harsher approach and try to stop you by force. Your last option is to accept a jail sentence and serve the time for your crime. The downside to that is that rotting in a dungeon won't do you much good. The best way to avoid confrontation with the law is to keep your nose clean, and if you can't be good, at least be careful, don't get caught, and don't leave witnesses. Stolen goods you're carrying are marked in your inventory as such. If a guard finds them on you, he'll always confiscate them. That can happen if you're arrested or even during a routine search at the town gate during troubled times. Selling stolen goods to a dealer is another matter. There's not much chance of anyone recognizing a stolen apple or cabbage, but if you steal the Ratai bailiff's gold chain, it will stand out like a sore thumb, not only in Ratai, but also for miles around. Whether your loot is recognized also depends on how close to the scene of the theft you try to sell it and how recently it was stolen. Once enough time goes by, people will forget about the stolen item even at the scene of the crime and may buy it back from you. So, the more valuable and rare a stolen item is, the further away and the later you sell it, the better. If your loot is really hot, it's best to go to a known fence. For example, the Millers have a reputation for being mixed up in shady deals. Hey! Rapids just came from my emotes. Hey, welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out. General. All right. What is it? Prison? Jail. Medieval prisons mostly consisted of castle dungeons. Later, different types of strongholds for internment of criminals came into being. Municipal jails located at the town hall and separate prisons for debtors. Prisons held both men and women together. Segregation was practiced solely on the basis of social status and the severity of the crime. Prison was not intended to serve a remedial function as nowadays, but rather as a temporary residence for the condemned before punishment of another nature, because no one wanted to have to feed prisoners long term. Your dog ran off. Whoops. Because I was in jail. I'm kind of hungry. Do I have any food? That's no good. Those aren't good. Food. Why don't I eat this? All that other stuff went bad. Probably need to get some food. Alright, am I allowed out? Apothecary. Ooh, pharmacist. The apothecary prepared medication according to carefully studied prescriptions that were passed down the generations. It was one of the few professions that was not organized into guilds. The production of medicaments was quite hard work and a great responsibility. The apothecary had to have studied at the university and would be schooled not only in Latin but also in Greek, had to be able to carefully measure out precise dosages of medication, and to ensure the ingredients were always available. If there was no apothecary in town, there would be the monastery infirmary. And if that was not available, people turned to the services of herb women, lay herbalists, quack healers, or medicasters called charlatans. Their methods of healing were controversial because in making lotions and potions, they made use not only of herbs but of spells, amulets, and sometimes even very unusual raw materials, such as frog poison or hanged man's finger. Goodness. and invective. Although the more educated or higher born tried to keep invective and vulgarities out of their speech, swearing has been part of the vernacular since time immemorial. Profanity was not only verbal, but often appeared in written form in documents that sought to defame and humiliate those addressed. Some of the slurs arose by corrupting foreign language expressions, others were derived from animals and their attributes. Often used as insults were onomatopoeic words, articulated noises, or metaphors, words derived from adjectives, attitudes towards work, criminal offenses, political stances, professions, psychological malaise, or people's names. The worst kind of insult questioned the honor of the individual. Such swear words quite often led to court cases or duels. It was common practice that anyone not prepared to defend their honor would indeed lose it in the eyes of those around. There's so much information. In the Middle Ages, alchemy and physic were naturally linked with astrology, which was regarded as applied astronomy. Hey, SKG, look at this. Hold on. Let me get rid of this silly bot. I remember how to do it. Thanks for coming to hang out, guys. Oh, you're just here to shoot at the bot. I was in the zone reading. All right. Since ancient times, fate has been considered the expression of divine will, emanating from the heavens and giving mankind signs in the constellations of stars and planets. Oh, ignore you? Okay. Thanks, though. Appreciate that. How's Biff today? I'm doing well. I've got a little more energy, so that's good. That's good. The movement of celestial bodies had an influence on political issues, on decisions about war or marriage. Even medical treatment, food preparation, or tasks associated with agriculture were deemed to be subject to celestial mechanics. Based on the constellations, every person was assigned a sign of the zodiac, which determined his health, career, and social relationships throughout his life. Astrologers used many devices in their work, such as astrolabes, sextants, quadrants, sundials, and other devices for accurate monitoring of the skies. Unlike today, astrology was a highly regarded and respected science, and many astronomers of that time were also astrologers. Interesting. Open. Oh, I just came from there. Did I eat enough? I'm sleepy.
Look out!
Look out! I discovered a scribe. Ooh, here's a nice day. Alright, enough troublemaking. A pillory. Oh my gosh, there's so many new things. The pillory would be located in the middle of the square, and it was here that the lesser punishments were meted out for transgressions such as perjury, slander, or various frauds. It was typically a wooden or stone pillar to which the convicted were tied by a chain for a specific time, hours, or even days. They were then punished by the whole community, being spat on, insulted, mocked, and pelted randomly on a daily basis. Yikes. Armorsmith. The medieval armorsmith fashioned armor from metal plates or sheets. The cuirass, various pieces for the legs and arms, helmets and gauntlets. Specialists in chainmail armor were called barniers, and an ironclad would need both types of armor. The chainmail went underneath, the plate armor on top. A common soldier would have only partial armor, the breastplate, helmet, and gauntlets. A complete suit of armor was beyond his means. Ornate or tailor-made armor was the prerogative of the rich nobility. Plate armor smiths were assisted by polishers who polished or buffed up the armor. This looks interesting. It's really interesting. I'm very distracted though. Yeah, you're gonna lurk and let me stay immersed. I am zoned in. This is so, like, immersive, right? Alright. I got in trouble. I was in jail. So now after my jail time, I gotta go do some stuff. What's the star mean? Rob. I washed myself. At least I'm not dying. I am looking for something around here. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, you don't have anything interesting to say, I guess. Fine. Ratai tourney. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't even know how to fight. Alright. There's that star again. What does that mean? It is very raining. This is star telling me to go here. Hello. Alehouse maid. She doesn't want to talk to me. That's fine. I'm gonna go and check this out. Coming in right behind you. I'm in a private area. Whoops.
What do you want here? Hop it
Nothing.
or I'll call the guard.
Yeah, I'm getting out. I didn't realize that wasn't an entrance. Alright. Is it over here? I'm just looking for the star. I don't know what it means. There's lots of stars. Knock, knock. I'm getting so distracted. I guess it's not open yet. That's fine. I had a fast travel
I feel
point.
quite hungry.
Feel quite hungry. Yeah. I don't think they fed me. Need to find some food. Do these guys have some food I can take? Can I eat your food? Eat a little bit, right? Alright, I'm okay. I feel like I don't want this. All this rotten food. I gotta get this out of my inventory. I'm just gonna drop it. I'm gonna litter. Dried mushrooms. No, that might save me. Don't mind me. Is it up here? Alright. Is this a conciliation cross? It is! I read about those. I don't have any money. Can I pick these? Let's gather some flowers. Just so at least I have something to sell, right? It's raining and stuff too. At least I'm not, like, dying anymore from brawling. Alright. Is this the guy? Hey, Mutt! You're back!
Good boy.
I don't have any food for you, though. It's like,
That's
huh?
my boy.
Oof. I reached a new level in Houndmaster. Heal.
Here. Heal.
It's like, I don't know. Did I get a level up? Skills. Houndmaster. Let's go. I can't get to those yet. Alright. Ooh, what are these? Can I pick these too? Yes. I need to feed the dog though. I don't have any food to give it. I don't think it wants these plants. Ooh, valerian. Dog's really in the way. Alright, let's go check this out. Ooh. Take these. Chamomile. That'll be good to gather. This guy. Captain Bernard. I'm here for my training. Can I ask? Is Sir Hanush a good liege lord?
What kind of a lord is Sir Hanush?
I can't complain. He knows how to keep order, but he does it with good humor.
What do you think of Sir Ratzig?
What do you think of Sir Radzig?
I hear he's on good terms with the king, probably why Sir Hanush opened the door to him. Sir Radzig seems like a fair man, and folks say he's a good governor.
What's young Capon like?
What's young Lord Capon like?
He'll be the governor here in a few years. Sir Hanush is just his guardian until he comes of age. The young lord spends most of his time making merry. But he'll grow out of it. He's no fool.
What's life like in that eye?
Well, Sigismund came, and then you folk. It was a fine, peaceful life here.
Oh, what will become of the refugees?
What will become of the Skalitz refugees?
I'd like to know the answer to that myself. I hope things can settle down quick, and you lot can clear off.
All right. Pirkstein is a fine castle.
Pirkstein is a fine castle.
It'll be even finer once you all clear out, and I can move back into my chambers.
Who are those soldiers of Sigismund's?
Do you know who those soldiers of Sigismund's are, Captain?
They call them Cumans or Kipchaks. Our lord says they fled from the Mongols to Hungary and settled there. They're herdsmen and excellent horsemen, and barbarians, too. For all that they claim, they've turned to Christ.
Thanks. That's all.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
It was a lot. Basic training.
I'm here for training.
Yes, you're that boy, Sir Radzig.
Hey, Microlava. Welcome. That'll be me.
Yes, that's me.
Let's get to it then. If that's what Sir Radzig wishes.
Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to hang out.
Because you've never held a sword in your hand before, we'll start with something simpler.
Yes. That's a good idea. Yeah, let's start with the basics.
Very well.
Come with me and listen closely. I don't want to be repeating myself.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
So let's see what you're made of. Hold it properly and keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it.
Okay.
Right, good. Now, try attacking. You've got to put your back into a good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try
Okay.
slashing from various sides to get used to it. Move quickly. All right. Nice. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right.
All right.
That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times.
Okay. Stab.
Nice. That's it. Very good. That will do.
Okay.
Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike, I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react. String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike. That's it. What's going on? All right.
All right.
I don't have all day, boy. That's it.
I did
Now
it.
let's see how you do with defense.
I'm doing okay.
It's not hard to block a basic strike.
I hope you are too.
Watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow. No! No! Again! Nice! That's it! Wrong, damn it!
Okay.
Nice! Good! That's it! Very well then. Let's see what you're made of, lad.
Oof.
Come at me and don't hold back. Good strike.
Oof. This is so hard. It's fun.
Fine, enough. You're not a complete dead loss. It'll be hard
Did
work
I?
to turn you into a master, but you have the basics. Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent. That is your space. Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword. Not bad. Good. Not bad. No! Well done. That's it. Right. Lesson 2. Everything
Okay.
you've learned about blocking is wrong.
Okay.
When I cover, I can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. But it's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, that will do. Now you. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside. Good. No, not like that. You mustn't hold the sword there. You have to move along with the attack. Again.
Ow.
Too soon again. Well done.
Ow.
Try and catch the rhythm. You see the sword move, you move at the same time and deflect it.
Okay.
Not like that! Very good.
Okay. There we go.
Not bad. Good.
All right, I'm getting it.
Right, now we'll try it a little faster. Concentrate and block just at the moment I start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well.
Well done. No!
No! Wasn't it?
Ow!
Ah, that's it.
All right.
Ah, that's it.
No, that was too early.
That's not it. Nice. Good.
Good, good. Now
All
let's
right.
try it at full speed. You probably won't succeed, but that's normal at the start. You must train. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ow! Ow!
Captain Bernard!
Wait a while, Henry.
Oh, who's that?
Greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here?
I was on my way when I noticed that you're entertaining Sir Radzig's esteemed guest.
Esteemed?
Not the same as holding a hammer, is it, blacksmith?
No, it's not.
Orders.
I know. I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hands grow heavy lately. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
All right, thank you. My lord.
Where did we finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want him. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you. What's going on?
All right.
All right, try it. It's important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. If the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance.
Okay.
Not like that.
Oh, I have to move with the L. I'm doing the wrong button.
Ow!
No, again. Ah, that's it.
Oof.
No, again.
I can't seem to move
No,
to the left
again.
or right very easily. Move back though.
Good. No, again.
Oh, I'm so in the zone. Oh my goodness.
No, that's not it.
That's not it. I know I'm doing it wrong.
Ow!
Wrong.
This is intense training.
Nice. Fine. Now try it a little quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. Never take your eyes off your opponent. See a strike before it's even properly started. Good.
Oh, I see.
Well done. Not bad. And the last thing for today, a trick.
Okay, what
Raise
kind
the
of
sword and
trick?
Force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit him. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react. Nice. No, again. No, that's not it.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
No, again. Ugh. Wrong, damn it.
Ooh, there we go.
Not bad.
There we go.
That's it.
Hey, I get it.
No, that's not it.
Very
good.
That was cool. I liked that. I get it.
That wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice.
I don't
If
have
you've got nothing
talent.
better to do and you're in the mood for it, you can come and train here with me. I can teach you something more when you're up to it.
Alright, well, let's try it again.
Don't leave yet. Radzik also wanted me to teach you archery.
Okay.
Come with me.
I wanted to do more sword stuff. It's a lovely day for it, right? I like this guy's swagger. He knows where he's going and what he's gonna do there. Wow. It's a sunny rain. I bet there would be a rainbow. Look at that. That looks so cool. Oh, I'm coming. I'm here. I'm just gonna walk with him. Oh, we're going this way. Archery range. Ooh, this guy. Game saved. Let's go.
Let's see then. Take this bow, go and stand in position over there, and we can start.
All right.
And another thing, put on this arm guard. Without it, you could flay your forearm with a bowstring, so be sure to wear it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks and get in position.
Van braces.
Now concentrate. A bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in very handy. You've got two bandits coming at you from a distance. You shoot one in the eye, drop your bow, and draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery.
He even organized contests in Prague.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
wouldn't have gotten far there. You're holding the thing like a piece of firewood.
Okay. Thought I had to
Enough
put
talk.
this stuff in there.
Here's the target. Try and hit it. Draw the bow, aim, and release. Try to get a feel for the rhythm. Inhale on the draw. Hold your breath for a moment, and then release the string. No jerky movements. Just let the string slide out of your fingers, as if you were about to draw it back more. It's all one movement. The arrow aiming at the target and flying at it. Shoot away. What you have there is a training bow. The arrow drops quickly. Once you've trained a bit, you can get yourself a better one, and then those arrows will fly so fast you won't see them. Don't forget the arm guard. Once you've mastered the bow a bit, you won't need it anymore.
All right. How do I put it on? I did archery training? I didn't do anything.
Well, that was awful. I didn't imagine a village yokel like you would have much skill,
Okay.
but you failed to meet even my low expectations.
I don't know why you're wasting your time, Sir Bernard. Nothing will come of him anyway, and at the first sign of trouble, he'll run away like any other cowardly peasant. After all, he's done it before.
What did you say?
Ooh, Henry,
Calm
calm down.
boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Braggart who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that.
Calm yourself, Sir Bernard. If the blacksmith boy feels he can prove himself, then let him try. Do you think you can beat me? Well?
No,
Anytime.
I don't.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
No.
I don't have enough.
Then you'll owe me or work it off. Let's get to it.
All right. I remember nothing about what to do. Do I have a bow? There we go. Oh, hold on. Whoops. Oops. Okay, hold on. I keep wasting these arrows. All right. Nope. I didn't win. I don't know why he thought he was going to win.
Congratulations, Sir Hans. Nicely shot.
Thank you, Bernard. It seems I get to
Level
keep the bow.
5, level
So,
0.
blacksmith, you know your place now, or do you need more reminding?
Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me.
I know what he told you. You can just tell him I didn't listen to you. So what's it going to be, blacksmith?
If we must.
Excellent. Then let's go.
All right, well, let's go.
Your end is nigh.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna get my butt kicked.
Take that.
Oof. Oof. I'm gonna get myself beat up here. This is good training though. You can run around.
You asked for it.
Did I? Oof. Did I get him one?
Topsy did it.
What is he saying that for? Oof. This is really fun.
Ow!
Oof. I'm late on the blocking. Try to do it though. Oof.
Quitting?
No. Why would I do that? Oof, I'm bleeding now. Now I've done it.
Bollocks!
Oh, this is really fun. There's no way I'm gonna beat it, but this is fun to try. It's a long... I know, this is checkpoint 10.
You still have a lot to learn.
I do.
I suppose I should give you credit for taking on my challenge, despite your
Why, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You owe me now. I hope you keep your word and bring me coin when you have it.
What do you need coin for? Alright, that was fun. Talk, let's go again.
Don't fret about it, lad.
Too long a grind, yeah.
is a good swordsman, and if by some fluke you actually won, well, you might not take it so well. Now go to the rat house. The bailiff's waiting for you there.
All right, Captain.
Alright. I should probably wash the blood off my face, right? Hello, dog.
There's the good doggy. That's my
Ooh,
boy.
that sounds fun, real. Alright. I gotta go to the bailiff. Ooh, it's the butterflies. Look, flowers. We gotta pick some of these flowers. I should try to sell some of these. The apothecary. Get a little bit of money. I could pay back Sir Hans Cape on. But what does he need money for? Does he have enough money as it is? I need to go and sleep somewhere though. Combat arena. Oh, this is nice. There he is. Sorry, sir. Just running past. Ooh, church. priests, let's go. I had to sit back for a sec. The priests were among the elite in medieval society and among the few who had any education. Village priests were less educated than those of the larger parishes. They could barely read or write, had no library, and learned the liturgy by heart. They were none too well off, typically working in the fields or raising livestock like lay farmers. They were not celibate, enjoyed folk entertainment and games, dancing, and going to the tavern. As time went on, looser morals and educational decline spread to the towns and monasteries. By contrast, the priests in the larger parishes and towns owned more property and, with the exception of service to God, did not have to resort to any manual work. The duties of the priest encompassed preparation and serving of Mass, hearing confessions, taking care of the church, its operation and decoration, visiting the poor and the sick, arranging charity collections, collecting dues, conducting baptisms, weddings, last rites, and funerals. Cool. Look at this. Locks. No, I read that one. Liturgy. Religious services in the Middle Ages were held quietly and in Latin. A medieval mass differed from today's in its language, approach, and the relationship between the priest and the congregation. People stood or moved around while the priest said the liturgy alone, without servers, without a sermon, and without communion. He stood with his back to the congregation, facing the main altar at a distance from the faithful. The sermon was held quite apart from the Mass, in keeping with a special rite and in between services of worship. Holy Communion, the Eucharist, was available to the common folk only at Christmas and Easter. Just read a little bit slow and it feels perfect, honestly. The inaccessibility of the sacred ritual, along with disgust at the state of the church, later led to the revolutionary Hussite reform movement, which opened up both the Mass and the Eucharist rites to the wider populace. I do have a lot of these, well, not these new ones, but some of the older ones. Yeah, I have those ones up on my YouTube, so for people to listen to. I record them separately from my stream, though. But I just love this. I love all the lore. It's really cool. Liturgical items. Church fixtures and fittings comprise the liturgical devices used in church services and statues, paintings, and frescoes, which serve to enlighten the uneducated populace in simple terms about biblical stories and religious observance. Pulpit, the raised platform from where the priest gives sermons or readings. Altar, where the sacrifice of communion is consecrated. This could be in the main or side aisle, often highly ornate. Ciborium, the receptacle for the Eucharist, the transformed sacred host. Chalice, the Eucharistic goblet for the wine, transformed into the blood of Christ. Paten, the shallow bowl or plate used to hold the sacred host, body of Christ. And monstrance, the ornate casket to hold the Eucharist host. Interesting. Knight, you would like to listen to Hollow Knight lore? Yeah, I don't have that game, but I do try to record the lore from the games that I am playing. Knighthood training. The physical training of a boy to become a knight began before he was 7 years old. He had to know how to run, jump, and climb well, and also to be able to swim. He strengthened his arms by throwing hefty rocks. Over the years, boys had to become proficient in spear throwing, archery, unarmed wrestling, horsemanship, parrying with a shield, and attacking. Their training also encompassed joining the hunt. The 7 knightly skills, according to the classical tradition, were horse riding, swimming, archery, fighting with sword and unarmed, hunting, as well as playing chess and composing poetry. Similarly, burghers practiced combat with different types of weapons, which came into its own especially in town defense. The towns, more than anywhere else, spawned sword fighting and archery fellowships, where sword play would be taught, initially according to the so-called German school, Deutsche Fechtschule, later in the Renaissance dominated by the Italian and Spanish schools. Shooting fellowships were devoted to archery with bows and crossbows, and with the development of gunpowder, firearms came into play. Oh, what else? Frescoes. Medieval frescoes were intrinsic to architecture and had both a decorative and educational function for the illiterate population, showing in simple terms the wealth and superiority of the nobles and detailing biblical stories or scenes from the lives of the saints. Extensive works of art were to be seen in the larger residences, monasteries, and churches or palaces, fashioned by specialized painting studios. Less significant buildings were decorated by local individual artists. Painters in the Middle Ages did not tend to sign their work and thus largely remain anonymous to this day. Most of the paintings were created by following strict, formally conceived designs and templates, so the styles of individual authors did not differ much. The aim was not originality, but to portray the particular scene masterfully. Oh, yeah? Yeah, Tacos was playing that, right? Churches. The church was not just a place of worship, but also an important communication center in medieval society. Its basic layout consisted of the central nave or aisle, sometimes with side naves, and a sanctuary, which included the chancel. This housed the main altar where Mass was served. Most churches were aligned with the chancel at the eastern end. At the main entrance was a baptismal font. Another important element was the pulpit, from which the priest addressed the congregation. By contrast with today, the sermon was separate from the Mass. During the church service, the priest stood with his back to the congregation and, in keeping with papal instructions, the Mass was said in Latin, which was not generally comprehensible to the congregation. In compensation, the church walls were richly decorated with painted scenes intended to bring the mystery of the liturgy, and especially biblical scenes, come alive for the illiterate common people. When not used for religious services, the church premises would serve, for example, for the temporary storage of grain and other goods that were being traded, or as a place of assembly of the citizenry if the need arose to address some important public issue. Cool. Baptism. Under Christian doctrine, baptism is the ritual shedding of original sin, and salvation cannot occur without it. Original sin condemns all people since Adam to die. In the early Middle Ages, adults who consciously entered into the Christian fold were the ones baptized, while at the height of the Middle Ages, baptism came to include even young children. If a child died prematurely, that is, unbaptized, its soul could not go to heaven, nor could the body be buried in hallowed ground. Baptisms took place mainly on religious holidays, especially at Easter, and churches would have special baptismal fonts for the occasion, the baptistry. All right, what am I missing? Another one? Ooh, look at this. Roman Catholic Church. I'm going to sit up for this one. In the pre-Hussite period, the church held extensive estates, sometimes exceeding in value the property of the nobility or even the king himself. The church also collected various taxes and fees, which led to conflicts not only between the church and the secular world, but within the church itself. In addition to the clergymen, priests, and their helpers, the ecclesiastical establishment was also represented by votaries, archbishops, church officials, clerics, and monks. Altogether, the church nourished and employed about 1/10 of the population. High running costs and failure to ensure either the physical or spiritual well-being of the populace, coupled with the numerous woes of wars and pestilence, led to a radical weakening of ecclesiastical power and loss of confidence in the church as an institution in the 14th century. It brought the first signs of a Reformation movement, as well as many alternative heretical sects and renewed interest in old pagan traditions. Mass was at that time more of a social occasion than a spiritual one, bringing people together. They would enjoy themselves, even flirt or make deals. This changed with the Hussite Reformation movement and the return to true devotion. Declining trust in the church was encouraged by the first Czech translations of the Bible, thanks to which the ideas actually contained in the Bible could finally spread by word of mouth, even among the illiterate population. The spark of revolution had been struck. All right, prayer. The earliest prayers were dedicated to the Virgin Mary. Hail Mary, in Latin, Ave Maria, beneath thy protection, sub tuum praesidium, with a rosary and numerous litanies. The prayers followed the pagan formulations, which were modified with the adoption of Christianity to fit the new doctrine. In addition to the Marian prayers, the more frequently chanted were the Lord's Prayer, the Credo, Declaration of Faith, and the Angel of the Lord. Litanies were dedicated primarily to Christ, but also to other saints. The priest would incant and the people respond, Kyrie eleison. The monks knew and used many more prayers relating to the daily cycle. Hermits and others who dedicated themselves to God in solitude recited the scripture and psalms. During the liturgy, the prevailing language was Latin, with some prayers or songs in the vernacular. For example, Lord, be kind unto us, or Saint Wenceslas. All right. I don't know what those stars mean. I could... Oh, new codex entry? Huntsman. Gamekeeping and hunting in the Middle Ages were not only for amusement, but chiefly a source of great profit for the king and the nobility who owned the woods. The feudal gamekeepers and huntsmen also undertook woodsmanship. In addition to their obligation to look after the game, they took charge of the forest and its protection. In the forests, it was prohibited to hunt deer, fallow deer, boar, or any other game, violation of which was a criminal act subject to heavy fines, or even, in the case of repeated infringements, physical punishment. The same was true for unauthorized logging and collecting of timber. Many poachers came from the ranks of the poor and had not very much to lose, which quite often resulted in physical conflicts with the huntsmen when they were caught red-handed. I was going to look for the map. There we go. There we go. What does this star mean? Quest tipster. Okay. Interesting. And this is where I am now. And this is, I have to go to the bailiff's office. Well, let's just go do that. Is this not the tavern? This is the tavern. Let's go find somebody. Give us a tip on a quest. It's not a private area anymore. Dog needs to stay outside. Hello? Anybody here? Yo! Innkeeper.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Yeah, same to you. About Ratai. How's life in Ratai?
What's life like in Ratai?
Life is good here. Even better if them damn refugees would only vanish.
Wow, everybody hates them. Does anyone here need help?
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
Aye, there could be something for you. Berthold, our local gamekeeper, was looking for help with something a while back. Why don't you ask him if he still needs help? Oh, and another thing.
Oh?
Sir Anish is convening the Ratai tourney again at the Upper Castle. It's always a great occasion with duels all day long. You can still enroll tomorrow, if you think you're good enough.
Alright. Does anyone need help?
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
We just did this.
No one I can take off.
Alright.
Take care now.
Let's go talk to what's-his-face, the gamekeeper. Hello. Townsman.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Same to you. See ya. She doesn't want to talk to me. Alright. Talk to this games guy. Gamesman. Were you in here? Is it you? You look very, like, woodsman. Huntsman Bertold.
God be with you, good sir.
Thank you. You too. Any work going round here?
Any work for me here by any chance?
That depends. How's your hearing?
What?
What?
I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me. I mean, why are you asking?
Because there is this one little job going. But I need someone who knows the area well
I don't.
and has good ears.
I don't know. I can handle that.
I ought to be able to handle that.
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping.
Oh.
They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers.
It wasn't
Keeps
you?
Their wives from
Okay,
fretting
St.
when they're off
Angeles.
drinking and wenching.
I see.
The trouble is the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown.
Wait, you mean you need me to find them?
Hang on, surely you're not asking me to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly.
Thanks for coming to
Luckily,
hang
their
out.
wings are
Welcome.
clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Vranik. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Okay.
Fine. But how will I know where to put the traps?
I hear they like pine woods, and there's a pine-covered hill just before Vranik.
Right. A bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot.
All
They
right.
kept twittering away the whole time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses. It's like the sound a cat makes when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
I hope so. Can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Can you repeat that?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
I see.
Yes, I'll remember.
Right, here are the traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. He ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
All right, a bird in the hand. What are you training? Hunting and hound master. All right, I'll come back to this
Take care
guy.
now.
I gotta find these birds. I'm sorry. The bailiff is gonna have to wait. This is what I need to do right now. I don't know where Vranik is, but I'm gonna find it. This place is pretty cool, gotta say. Kind of hungry. Like, my character's hungry. Alright, so let me see if I can figure out where to go for this. Quest log. Find the nightingales. Is it not set as the quest? Show. You can track only 3 side quests and activities. Okay. Well, how do I not cycle them? Oh. Ah, okay. Okay, there we go. No, I need to go that way. But how do I... I'll just follow this path all the way down. Can I just go for a quick snooze? No. Alright, well let's go for a little countryside jaunt. I want to get these birds. It's a quickie, right? Yeah, we'll just do this. No problem. Just a little quick nap. That would get me going. Alright, now that we're out of here, I want to check the map. This is just showing me this area though. You know, let's go exploring. I don't know how far it is, but you know what? I'm just gonna go. Have a bite to eat. Eat. There we go. Well, maybe I gotta go across the river here. Oh, it's so cool. There we go. I got up, no problem. Hopefully there's no wolves or something. Or people that want to get me. A woodland garden? Can I take this stuff? Wormwood. I'm digging it. Mint. This is awesome. Surely someone else is going to need this, but you know what? I'm just going to help myself. I need to make some money. And I might as well be able to sell some plants, right? Ooh, piece of candy. Dog. Out of the way.
Boy. That's my boy.
He's like, I don't know. You didn't feed me. I don't have anything to feed you. I wanted to get this marigold. There we go. There. They've got these baskets and stuff, and I just came and just looted it all. Let's go. Oh, there's a road. Why don't I take the road? Ooh, except I'll take these. Sage. It's wonderful. Alright. Let's take the road. I like totally begged Sir Radzig to take me on as an apprentice. Look at those. They're beautiful. And then I'm like, no, I got other things to do, man. I followed this river. But keep following this river. And I'm going to try not to pick all the plants. This would be kind of rough for like a carriage or something. Man, these houses look cool. Sit back. There we go. Lovely day for a countryside jaunt. Can I jump? Nope. Guess it stays there. I don't need to throw at it either. It looks like people were logging here. Another camp. Can I grab a bite to eat? What you guys doing? Logging camp? Yo, charcoal burner. Doesn't want to talk to me. Yo, What you doing? Also doesn't want to talk to me. Well, let's just keep going this way. Looks like I gotta find a way to cross the river. Maybe I can't do that yet. Oh, fish trap. What's this? Yoink. Might be able to sell it, right? Well, yeah, look at all the trees that they have taken. I guess Henry can't swim, right? It looks kind of shallow.
A shame I can't swim.
Okay, or not. Go that way. See, follow the river. I wish I could check the map. Well, let's keep following the river. Maybe I'll find a bridge. It's nice though. All these beautiful plants. It's nice to walk along the river. It's so nice. Keep my boots wet. Slosh, slosh, slosh. Even if I don't get to that place, at least I can see what's down here. Hopefully nothing that wants to eat me.
I can't leave the domain without Sir Radzig's permission.
Oh, I guess I can't go that way. Well, I guess we're going back this way. Wait, that was the... Hold on. There. I know the controls. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's the end of the map, right? So there's got to be a way across the river somewhere else. Need to go over there. Yeah, we'll go the other way. Let's check it out. It's a nice day for a walk along the river anyway. And maybe I can get a little nap at the mill. It's so like quiet and peaceful though. It's so nice. Oh, those trees are so nice. It's interesting that he knows exactly where the domain would be. I feel like I can't leave the domain. Oh, this is near where the charcoal burners are. So all the logs are down. These reeds look really cool. You think you've been camping here before? Isn't it lovely? It's really lovely. Alright, we're gonna go up the river. You guys want to chat with me? Oh, they're having their meal. They didn't light anything on fire yet. Lots of sticks and stuff. Keep following the river. Something tells me, yeah, I've taken a few already this stream. But look at this. I think I could cross here. Wow, if only I just sort of looked this way. A fishing spot. Ooh. Fishermen. Fishing was one of the most traditional ways of making a living. Fishing and running water had been done the same way for centuries. Only in the 13th century did monasteries begin to establish fish ponds, particularly for breeding carp. Fish was considered Lenten food, and given the frequency of religious holidays and fasting days, up to 1/3 of the days in the year, they became an essential part of the diet. The greatest boom in fisheries and fish farming in the Czech lands came in the 15th and 16th centuries. Fishing methods made use of various tools and traps, such as bones, wicker baskets, bottomless baskets, fishing line or rod with hook, and hemp nets with stone weights. All rivers belonged to the king and were leased to towns. Fishing was permitted only on prescribed days and hours. Some noblemen, despite this regulation, banned townspeople from fishing on pain of death. Nets were set by day because fishing at night was prohibited. Rod and line fishing was allowed even by those without a net fishing permit, since the catch rate of rod fishing was insignificant. That's cool. Open. Can I steal it? I took their trout. Give it to the dog. Yo, pup. What? Food.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Fresh trout. Hey. There you go. Enjoy. Finally, I could feed the dog something. It's still the person's fish, but it's, yeah, it is what it is. Vranic Forest. Okay. So I guess I'm getting close to where those birds were. I have to figure out how to set a trap if I hear them. Do I have keen ears? I heard it. Well, where do I use my trap? Other. Empty bird cage. I feel like that's not a good spot. Let's try it again. Drop another one. No, get off the empty bird cage. Dog. I just wait. Let's drop one here. Oh, it's so loud here. Well, let's just wait an hour. Right? I'm trying to catch those birds. Don't hear it anymore. Is that the bird trap? Empty bird cage. I'll pick that up. Since that wasn't where I trapped it. Is it in this one? Nope. Haha. Got one. Alright, let's keep looking for another one. Hello, traveler? Not hostile person? Right? It isn't laughing about it? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They're quite noisy. Those are ones I'm trying to catch. This looks like sort of a road. There's 3 of them. Le Piota. No. I'm in the right area, am I? Still? Nope. Let's go back. Look at these, more fish traps. Cool. Alright. Gotta listen out for these things. Go up this way. Need to find 2 more. Hopefully I can find them before the end of my stream. They're pretty noisy. interesting sight. Wood. Cattle. Looks like it's abandoned. Let's keep listening. These are nice woods, though. I'm just gonna wander around this area. Hopefully I'll hear another one. What's up here? I'm like so focused. I'm hearing all sorts of birds, though. This is a good mission to make you just sort of listen to the ambient noises and appreciate them, right? That's pretty cool. Because I am like absolutely sitting here appreciating the ambient noises. I'm trying to stay in the zone. At least going around the outskirts of it, right? And I did find one, which is promising. Can't hear another one though. It's up here. Run away! Don't worry, I'm not after you. I'm just trying to keep an ear out. I went too far. I was like, is it stuck? I could probably punch it. I think I'd get in trouble for punching rabbits though. I love this mission. I'm not going to be able to move on from this until I've done it. Oh, I'm just really glad I found one. I really want to go for like a walk in the woods now. Oh, got stuck too. I'm going to follow the path and see if I can hear it from the path. No, this way. There's that guy just wandering, probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. Now I've been all over here before, so let's go straight across, see if I can't find another one. There's lots of rabbits though, holy. Run away. Oof. I need to sleep, do I? I'm wandering around. Okay. I need to sleep somewhere. I'll have to come back later to look for the rest. Hopefully I'm not too far away from my bed. But it's also like after my stream time. So I should go put Henry to bed first. Hopefully it's not a big deal that I've got a bird in my pocket. I'll look for the rest of them next time. At least it was shallow enough I could ford over here. Yeah, no, you're sleepy. Stayed up too late. Alright. I think if we follow the river, we'll end up back at the mill, right? Because it's the same river. Alright, so there's Ratai. So yeah, just follow the river. Should be ending up at the mill. Then I can put poor Henry to sleep. And then I can go back out and look for more birds. He's probably not hearing them very well because he does need to sleep, right? I imagine that to be true. It's kind of harsh that Henry spent an entire day in jail just for not having a torch. Whoops. Is there a torch button? Oh. There's a quick map button though. Alright, I see. Yeah, I am following the river. No. I think the mill's up there. Let's get this poor guy to bed. Oh, this red stuff. It's so cool. We'll go look for the rest of the birds next time. Look at that willow. It's beautiful. Hope people aren't annoyed. Whoops. That I'm walking along the river where the yards are. I'll just take all those. Maybe I can make some money running booze. Looks shallow enough over here. Don't mind me running through your yard. And into trees. Yo.
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager
Nope, I don't. I want to go to sleep. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's put some stuff in here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want to take that. Take these. Take these. Take these. And the trout. Can I put this in the pot? Drop into pot. Only moonshine. Can't put trout in there. Use the ladder. I don't want to do that. I just want to go to sleep. Sleep and save. $10 hours. That should be enough, right? See, my energy is increasing. This is great. I need to go to sleep so I can increase my energy. There we go. That's awesome. Wake up really early. I'm not going to do a tournament. No. I barely know what I'm doing. Can I pickpocket her? No. That's alright. This is a good place to save and exit. Save and exit to menu. I'll look for birds more next time. Sure you want to save and quit? Yes. Let's go. Ooh. Just gonna sit up. Well, that was really fun. I was super in the zone. I had a really good time with that. This game is so absorbing. I really like it. Oh. But yeah, that'll be it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm not sure whether I will stream this again on Thursday or on Saturday. It depends on how I'm feeling next week and what kind of energy I've got. But I should be streaming on Monday, somewhere brotato. But I will find at least one day next week while I'll be streaming some Kingdom Come Deliverance. And thank you guys so much for watching the reading recordings that I've been doing for those. I've got some more that I can get to recording that I've discovered today that I'm excited about. So always chill at Biff's place. Thank you. Oh, thank you for hanging out. I'm really, yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. Trying to get back into this sort of stream schedule. I did have to like curb it a little bit for a little bit anyway. And yeah, hopefully as I get my energy back, then yeah, I can keep with a decent schedule. But I'm going to close the stream and set up the raids. So stick around and chat if you want to participate in that. And if you don't, that's okay too, because I am not going to tell you what to do. But I appreciate you being here. Good night.